What's up, people? So two things I'm gonna talk about in this video. First, I'm gonna talk about the Smurfs. I'm gonna talk about the Smurfs, and then I'm gonna talk about my suggestions to this Evony top tier Evony players feedback. I just got invited to the group a week ago or so. I've made two suggestions. Let's load those up real quick. See see how what you guys think about that. But first, I want to talk about the Smurfs. I want to talk about the Smurfs. So the three other alliances on our server. This alliance was called TDR, the Devil's Rejects. I've seen multiple other alliances on different servers also called the Devil's Rejects, so they can't come up with anything original. So they renamed themselves the Smurfs. SMF, I mean, you click on it, it says Unity. So obviously they're the Smurfs, the Unity of Smurfs. You got you got their leader's daddy, so you got Papa Smurf in charge. And I made some I made some comment about them being Smurfs. Oh, maybe it was a while ago. It was like a day and a half ago, maybe. Oh no, that's SVS War Chat. I'm trying to look at the same thing. So it wasn't too long ago, maybe a day ago or anything. But this is important. This is an important aspect. This is an important aspect of the Smurfs. Anytime, anytime anytime you recognize, call out the Smurfs. First thing that happens, we're gonna get to it. It wasn't too long ago. We're gonna get to it. Me and Asmo, this other guy. You guys watching my other videos? Asmo's Queen Smurf. We got Papa Smurf in charge, and Queen Smurf Asmo. Me and him are going at it. They got these policies not to solo any monsters on the map, but Yimmers came up, and like all I've been doing is gathering for the last like 3 or 4 months. Like none of my marches have been on the map rallying anything. And then this rally monthly card came up. I started rallying monsters, and my march is much faster than like anybody else on the server. So they so he started hitting Yimmers because he couldn't kill any freaking Yimmers. So we were going at it for a while. I can't find the comment. Yeah, we were going at it for a while. Just me. Look, like dude had to put King in front of his name. One fuckface is named Daddy. This guy, he has to put King in front of his name. Like it was so important to him. So like the first thing that happened on our server the first couple of weeks was the spending event for the Athens Castle. Like he has the rank 3 Athens Castle. I got the rank 2. Like I didn't even realize the spending event. Like it showed up in my mail. It's like, what is this? I didn't even realize the spending event. But he's got the rank 3 Athens Castle. He spent real big in the first like month of the game. He was the first king of the server, and ever since then he's kind of been in charge. But now that they formed up this conglomerate, all they are now is the other alliance on the server. Like they completely, like the day they did that, they just completely dissolved their entire council of 3 other alliances trying to exclude mine. Well, I'm not going to be able to find the Smurf comment. Me and him are going at it for a while. Whatever you say, Buttercup. I pay these guys no respect whatsoever because they don't deserve any. Like there's two types of people in this world. There's people that try to earn respect, and there's people that try to demand it. And he never spent 1 second trying to earn anybody's respect on the server. He just spent real big in the first month. He played the game before on server like 300 or some shit. He knew exactly what to do starting out, and it was so important to him to be the first king of the server. Like I remember, it was like, when's the first Throny? Is it the first weekend? It was really early on, and I remember getting this King's mail. Like it was so important to him to have access to the King's mail. Like he probably already had it typed up. Like I was just figuring out the game, like playing. I was having fun. And all of a sudden, I get this mail, and it says a rule set for the server. I was like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Like, there's hundreds of new people on the server. First, playing the game, figuring it out, doing whatever they want to, and secondly, like in a game where I'm spending, like, don't fucking tell me what to do. First goddamn week. First, don't tell me what the fuck to do. Like it's so fucking pathetic. Like it's the most fucking pathetic thing ever. Get access King's mail, send out a rule set, and he's like talking to people, explaining like, yeah, it's very important to me that I I do this so we can set up the server well, so it does well. All that did was make people quit. In a pay to win game, you try to control everybody. Like they had a list of people that like weren't following his rules that were blackballed by the server, and he had like every following king for like a couple of months, including all their emails, the people that were blackballed from the server, and hit them in tiles, hit them fucking anywhere, add them to your block list, so whenever they're a bubble, you get zero them, etc., etc., etc. Like like if he hadn't done that and he had just let things go, sure he's king. If he just let the first king or whatever, he had just let things go, they're where they're gonna go, let people figure things out, let a couple months go by. Like sure, a lot of people still would have ended up quitting, realizing that it's a pay to win game. Unless you bought like a significant amount of accounts or spend a significant amount of money, you're just not going to be able to keep up to where you're ever able to reach, end game with anybody. Anyways, if he had just waited, given the server a couple of months, like there'd be so many more keeps on our server that would still be dead, but they'd have way more resource production than they do. Like there's so many dead level 1 to 60 keeps. Like there's not a single dead keep on the server that produces more than like 10 million resources in 12 hours. Like anytime I'm out and about anywhere, any keep I see, for the last 10 months, I always hit every fucking keep because I might have resources, and I've bookmarked over time, not bookmarked, but blacklisted, so I can search warrant them over time, and there's a couple that do like 10 million ore, 10 million wood. That's it, man. That's it. Like there'd be so many more freaking keeps with resources that everyone could farm. But no, first weekend or second weekend, I don't know when the first throwing is. Like it's really early on. Oh, first thing is so important. Send out a rule set. Anyways, I can't find it. But the point was what I wanted to say. As soon as I mentioned them being Smurfs, first thing that happened was one of their Smurfettes piped up. She had something to say. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I was rambling on trying to find that comment of hers. One of the Smurfettes piped up. That's what happens when you recognize the Smurfs. One of the Smurfettes shows up to represent. Anyways, I guess it was too far back. At a certain point, you just can't scroll back anymore. All right, so that was that. That was the Smurfs. Second part of this video. First part probably didn't interest people too much. Okay, let's go over the first comment. So the one on the bottom here is the first comment I ever made. Hi all, can we please get sets of March presets? I don't know why no one else has suggested this. Like, you have sets of blazons. You select which blazons you want. You got a Monarch talent set. You select which talents you want. That's what we need at the rally spot. Not so important now that we have the rally monthly card, but we need something at the very top. 3 of them. You can select a set that'll change all your presets at once that you've already saved. You know, you can have a battlefield set, monster kill set, maybe a gathering set. So before you enter battlefields, you just click on your PvP set, changes all your presets you already have saved. As soon as you leave battlefields, you click on your monster kill set, changes all your presets. Instead of having, more presets or the ability, like the comments I've seen is like the ability to fill in your layers faster. No. Give us one more thing similar to other things in the game. Give us 2 or 3 sets, like right at the very top. You just select one of 2 or 3 options. Just changes all your presets at once. Okay, so that's one suggestion. And the other suggestion is a little long, but it's basically, I'm going to have to read the whole thing, or you can pause the video or read it, so you decide. But basically, gathering monthly card. Give us the ability, 10 bucks a month. It will automatically, it'll use the search function in the game to find whatever's located, and it'll have a similar thing like you check off the exact, levels of the monsters you want. You'll check off the resource type and the levels of resources you want, and it'll use the search function within your perimeter to find them, and it will send out your marches to gather. But you can use it, you can shut off either one you want, but it will work hand in hand. I think adding that would be a huge solution for a lot of people that complain about people's family members, bots, etc., etc. If you had this combined with the Rally monthly card, and you had any device that you could just leave that device on at all times, 24 hours a day, all 5 or 6 of your marches would be doing something. I think the entire player base would be very happy with that, and you'd get way less complaints, feedback. I mean, there must be thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. I mean, anyone that wants to be competitive and doesn't spend significantly or bought accounts significantly, a lot of the solo players, I'm sure they get, in a year's time, they must get thousands, maybe 10,000 complaints about people botting, not being able to compete with them. I think if you had a rally monthly card and a resource gathering card, you might think, well, okay, the rally monthly card, the rally is like, I want my troops to rally. Like, what if, there's not like a rally up, my troops come back, and what, they immediately go to a resource spot for a freaking 2 hours? I don't want that. Well, the thing is, the reason why that wouldn't be, the only people that would be a problem for is the rally leaders, right? Because the rally leaders, the people setting the rallies and killing the monsters, they usually have a high victory column and significant other, march speed to monsters. So their march speed overall is way faster than everybody else's. So you wouldn't even have to worry about, because if you got a good rally leader, he's keeping like all 6 of his marches active at all times, right? So whenever your slow troops finally return to your keep, they're not going to go to a gathering spot. Like, your rally leader already has, other rallies timing out that might only have 2 minutes left before they launch. So a resource gathering monthly card would work well for everyone other than rally leaders. But this would be real good, right? Like, if you have a bunch of people that have formed in your alliance or shifted in and out of your alliance over time, and all you guys are similar time zones, like, it's great you get rally leaders, but if you're all on at similar hours of the day, what's your account doing the other 12 hours of the day? Like, it pretty much forces people to bot, right? Like, I think everyone would be pretty happy if they had a function in the game where all their marches were doing something all the time. But with rally monthly card, all your marches going to be, it depends how many rally leaders you have and how many different time zones they live in. But, for most alliances, that's going to, a lot of your marches are going to be doing something, you know, 80-90% of the time for 12 hours of the day. With a combined resource gathering card too, like when you're online, you just have your rally monthly card, activated. Other people rallying, maybe you're rallying too, maybe you have multiple people that do different bosses, but you work well together. You don't turn on your resource gathering card, but then like when you go to bed or whatever, then you turn on the resource gathering card as well. And if no one's doing rallies an hour later, or everyone else, goes to bed, then all your troops send out to gather. Then as soon as any single one of them comes back from a gather, if a rally's up, they go to the rally. If any rallies up and both are activated at the same time, your troops go to the rally, right? Like it would be GG, man. I think everyone would be extremely happy with that overall. If they added that to the game, I think that's what it's all about. Maximizing how much part of the day all your marches are actively doing something. And I think if they added that to the game for $10 a month, I think they could get between the two of them. I think they could get a significant amount of people to buy both of them. Obviously, the rally monthly card is good, but it just depends how many hours per day you have. People in your alliance covering the 24 hours of the day. It's probably not a majority of the day, maybe at least half of it. But man, if you had a resource gathering card too for just $10, shit, I think a majority of anybody competitive whatsoever, they'd spend $10 a month on both of them. I mean, $20 a month, shit. I mean, these still both going to be the best purchases you could possibly make in the game ever. I mean, what's the perfect or the current pack up to? So both of these are pending. Current pack says 82% value. Rally monthly card value, well, it depends how many rallies your alliance does over 24 hours and people are online, but shit, that thing must be like 500,000% value. It's only $10. It must be like, yeah, hundreds of thousands of percent value, maybe 1,000,000% value. Resource gathering card, $10. That would be hundreds of thousands of percent value, right? Depends, obviously, it'd be less if you had, people covering the 24 hours, or you had people botting and not just covering the 24 hours. Like they just got a GG account and they got 6 mounted marches that can all kill B-19s or whatever. Or they have their rally monthly card set up, right? Like this is the way that the rally monthly card could be GG. You have a rally monthly, you have such a good account that inside your March presets for the troops joining the march, you have fucking 6 mounted marches all kill B-19s. So anyone starting a rally on anything, your troops would kill it. That'd be GG. I've been thinking about that, but I ain't got the power to do that, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are also part of the top tier Evony players feedback, um, it showed on the previous page. There's like 1,700 people in this group. Yeah, 1.7K members. So I just got an email in my in my inbox, an announcements or something, and I wasn't sure if it was an email sent to everybody. It didn't look too special. Oh, this is gonna be a ways back because we've had so many target disappears messages, lucky jackpot. But yeah, it was just like a one sentence email. Like I just chalked it up to one more of those types of emails where they're trying to promote their people streaming all stars, and they're trying to get people on their regular Facebook. But no, it was actually something where maybe my feedback will get looked at. I think both his ideas suggestions or really good ideas for the game. I haven't scrolled down and spent a lot of time here and looked at other people's stuff. Like this is also where they announced the community event they had recently inside of this thing. But yeah, like if you are a member of this and you think these are good suggestions, whenever whenever it actually posts them, post is pending. So I just wrote up the gathering monthly card suggestions sometime in the last 24 hours. But the shoot, what was the first suggestion? Oh, the sets and large presets. I wrote that up. You know, whenever I looked at the website for the first time, so like 5 or 6 days ago, and that thing's only like that suggestion's only like a sentence and a half long. Hold on a second, let me go to it. Like I don't know how long it takes to review. Yeah, okay, it's well I guess it's 4 sentences long, but how long is it gonna take someone to read that? And yeah, September 23rd, September 27th. Okay, it's almost been 4 days. In one more hour, or no, in 13 more hours, it will have been 4 days. So I don't know how it takes 4 days to read this, but yeah, maybe there isn't a lot of exposure, and your suggestions don't get good viewability by them, where it will be worth your time to post here. I mean, if it takes them, it's been 3.5 days right now. If it takes them 3.5 days to approve this message, so that message gets posted here, right? Like this isn't posted here yet. It's pending. So your message, when it gets approved, gets posted here. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just one more thing they do for big spenders, so we think that they're listening to us. Huh, that's probably what it is. Anyways, if you on here, yeah, I don't know how many people. It's probably only several of these 1,700 even watch my videos or will watch this one. But if you on here and you see this one and finally posts, please and you think it's a good idea too, like you agree, it would be good for the game. Please add a reply. I don't know if you can thumbs up or like or however that works on Facebook, but yeah, do whatever you can to try to get this thing viewable. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoy this video.